Welcome to this video where we will learn about the legendary Kadaiyit Swami who lived during the 19th century in the Common Era. He is well known as an Eezhaththu Siddhar, a Siddhar who lived in Sri Lanka. A Siddhar is someone who has attained the Siddhis and one who has perfected life. Now we know a few details, let's learn a bit more about Kadaiyit Swami. An honest and hard-working judge in Bangalore during the 19th century in the Common Era was one day facing the difficult decision of ordering the execution of someone who was accused of murder. At that moment, many of life's deepest questions came into his mind. Who is he? Who am I to order the killing of another human being? Who am I? This judge realized he would not be able to work in his current job wholeheartedly and thus stepped out of his high-ranking post with immediate effect. As an illustrious career as a High Court judge came to an end, it was also the beginning of a magical journey which not only answered many people's questions about life, but also uplifted and benefited innumerable lives. This person was none other than the legendary Kadaiyit Swami. While early biographers dated his year of birth to around 1810, Kadaiyit Swami himself didn't disclose such details, for he thought of them as mundane in comparison to the spiritual aims of human life. Kadaiyit Swami was originally known as Muktiyananda, which was a name given to him when he was initiated by a wandering rishi from the Himalayas. This rishi was a soul Kadaiyit Swami had searched for as a wandering sadhu for days on end, visiting many a place by foot in southern India after hearing of this rishi's glories at a tea stall. When he finally did meet this rishi, it was at the sacred site of the Palani Murugan temple on the famous hill. From that day, Kadaiyit Swami spent almost a year by his side, travelling with him by foot during the day and resting at wherever they ended up when nighttime arrived. This way, the relationship of a guru and disciple continued until one day the rishi sent away Kadaiyit Swami with loving instructions as he felt that was the right time to release his disciple to benefit the world's people. Once, Kadaiyit Swami came into contact with someone called Vairamuthu Chettiar who hailed from Jaffna at around 1860. Vairamuthu Chettiar, he was travelling around the district of Ramnath, immediately realised the greatness of Kadaiyit Swami when he came across him and requested him to accompany him back to Sri Lanka. Kadaiyit Swami responded by saying, "You go, I will come," to Vairamuthu Chettiar. While there are many stories about how Kadaiyit Swami actually travelled to Sri Lanka, whether this was by floating across the Park Strait or boarding a boat or ship, the fact of the matter was he did make the journey. He initially spent some time in Urkavalture before going to Mandaitivu and journeying from there to Jaffna town by foot. There, Vairamuthu Chettiar happened to come home from the temple after praying to the Lord at Nallur, requesting the Lord to grant his wish of attaining the darshan of Kadaiyit Swami, whom he had met previously in India, and astonishingly found Kadaiyit Swami at his home ready to eat a meal with him, which was prepared by Vairamuthu's wife. Vairamuthu's wife was grateful for the opportunity to serve this Swami, whom she had no idea about prior to Vairamuthu returning home, and when hesitating to serve food initially as her husband was yet to reach home, the fully aware Kadaiyit Swami had requested her to lay down an extra leaf when serving, as someone was about to arrive. Miraculously, as she had finished serving the food, Vairamuthu Chettiar returned home at that exact moment. It is also said that Kadaiyit Swami spent some time in the sacred area of Kirimale, where he met many other great sages and saints, such as Swami Paramaguru. Such was the impact of Kadaiyit Swami's presence there, that the other elder sages ended up regarding Kadaiyit Swami as a representative of Lord Shiva himself. The island of Sri Lanka, which has a lot of rich culture for millennia, had at the time been on the receiving end of ruthless European invaders, and as a result needed some form of spiritual rejuvenation for its people to relocate their abundant and culturally rich roots. Many great people over the years have confirmed that the arrival of Kadaiyit Swami played a pivotal part in the island's spiritual seekers finding the right path again. Where did the name Kadaiyit Swami come from, you may ask? The reason behind this lay in the period of time Kadaiyit Swami spent in and around the town centre of Jaffna, near the shops. Here, he would meditate and eat under a large banyan tree alongside crows and other creatures, happily sharing food with every creature that gave him company. Once in a while, he would freely go to shops and take small bits of bread. Out of context, while acts such as this seem outrageous and thief-like, it is very well documented that whoever's shop Kadaiyit Swami visited to take some food from, that shop would have an amazing day of business. As a result, many shopkeepers ended up wanting the Swami to come to their shop and take small food items. Because of his proximity to the shops in the town centre during this period in his life, he became affectionately known as Kadaiyit Swami. While there are not many portraits and pictures widely available of Kadaiyit Swami, he was notorious for his humour, his distinct and majestic walk, his big smile, and for being someone who showered love equally to all. Kadaiyit Swami had a natural connection with people. Anyone who came to him always liked to stay with him for a while longer, as he was humorous, spoke many languages, and had a big heart. Such was his power and presence that he helped anyone who approached him. He miraculously cured illnesses and eliminated troublesome problems in people's lives, and such instances became common occurrences wherever Kadaiyit Swami went. At the same time, he accepted love from everyone and in any form. Accusations and cruel talk about Kadaiyit Swami hurt his disciples' feelings, and one of them, Chellappa Swami, wanted to prove all the haters and doubters wrong. Hence, he approached his guru Kadaiyit Swami with a hidden bottle of alcohol. The fully aware Kadaiyit Swami realized this and asked Chellappa Swami why he hid the bottle and to openly share its contents with him. Chellappa Swami was shivering in the thought of his spiritual master willingly consuming alcohol and opened the bottle in front of him. To his astonishment, once the bottle was opened, its contents miraculously disappeared into thin air. Chellappa Swami had tears flowing from his eyes, for he was fully able to acknowledge the power and purity of the divine presence of Kadaiyit Swami in front of him and immediately fell to his feet. This amazing story was in fact shared with the world by the legendary Yogar Swami, who was a disciple of Chellappa Swami. Wherever Kadaiyit Swami went, mankind benefited. It is said that people of ill health who ate some of the leftovers from the meals Kadaiyit Swami had became healthy and well again. A fisherman who got trapped in a devastating sea storm with no hope of survival was saved immediately after calling out to Kadaiyit Swami. Kadaiyit Swami thus lived a life helping so many people for decades before attaining eternal bliss in 1891 in Vannarpanne in Jaffna on the full moon day in the Purattadi Nakshatram in the Tamil month of Purattasi. O hail the legendary Kadaiyit Swami!